Hi, I'm Brian Kennedy from BioBuzz Networks. We're filming live from CIC Philadelphia's vendor showcase here in the heart of UCD Square. Today, 30-plus vendors will showcase their technologies and services to help life science companies grow, innovate. Joining me today is Demet. Demet, could you do an introduction?
Absolutely. My name is Demet Aybar. I am the founder and CEO for US Lab Partners.
Great. What does US Lab Partners do?
We are a strategy consulting firm, working mainly laboratory operation facilities and EHS services, and then helping our scientists mission critical work in the lab.
Awesome. How did you create the consulting service?
So I am scientist by trade, and I worked as a scientist on the bench for 15 years. And then after that, I realized that like a laboratory operation is very critical for putting the company into the next levels. So I started working as a laboratory operation facilities and EHS lead and work on that one 10, 15 years. And I love making a difference in patients' life and scientists' life in the lab. So that's why we started US Lab Partners.
That's awesome. So how is it, why are lab operations mission critical for companies, especially young companies?
Yes, absolutely. So it is, the scientists are absolutely trying to focus on their science, and then they would like to put this beautiful ideas into a patient's life. What we are trying to do is we are helping them with operational headaches. So understand laboratory operation is very important, because if you have smooth lab inventory management systems, you have the equipment services in your possession, you actually bring the much more value, like great value to the scientist to their daily operational headaches, and then helping them with putting the company into the next level so they can go into their clinical accomplishment faster. So it is very critical to have a good working laboratory.
That's awesome. You spent a lot of your career in places like North Carolina and Boston. You live in Boston right now. We were talking about Mass Bio.
Right.
You were there last night. What are different things you've learned about those ecosystems that they do really well?
Absolutely. So there, definitely I work in different ecosystems, especially I did Maryland also through Johns Hopkins University. So I was more in the academic landscape while I was in North Carolina. So it's academic labs have different, like laboratory operations problems than industry and then commercial companies are. So each ecosystem was growing and then getting new, technology in, and that was the main problem. Most of the places to getting the professional people to help them to put those new technologies into the place. So I helped personally in bringing inventory management systems, for instance, into my academic labs to the in the commercial companies that we are helping right now. So it's kind of like each ecosystem has not enough resources for the trained laboratory operation professional. So we're kind of trying to help those areas in the ecosystem.
Awesome. What size companies do you typically work with?
It depends on what the size, like you just said, it is kind of like sometimes fresh from academia, just an idea and two scientists, and trying to figure out where they need to be lending, like CIC and U Square is beautiful places to start your first, initiation. But after that, helping them with understanding that if they are like size of 25 to 100, we are kind of helping them to finding better solutions, bigger, because their operations getting heavier and they have a better head count and more equipment. So we try to understand what their next, level of operation will be. And then sometimes they are just a big commercial companies and they would like to understand how well they are doing with their laboratory operation facilities and EHS services. So we do assessments for them and understand what their maturity model is.
Yeah, and you mentioned UCD Squared. You guys recently opened here in Philadelphia. And what, sort of drew you to Philadelphia, and what are your thoughts on Philadelphia ecosystem? I know it's still early, but...
It is so vibrant. I love it. It's people are so excited about it. That's what I love about it. And it's just, there are big companies are there, small companies are here. We have like a great CROs, manufacturing companies, as well as the small out of the college, small biotech companies, which is really, really excites me a lot with our mission.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit about that innovation here in this U-City Square? What's going on here?
Yeah, I think things are working very well, and then there a lot of universities, having a nice ideas, bringing into the into the incubator spaces, and then those companies are growing. I'm kind of excited about to see how the next couple of years will look like. But so far, so good.
Yeah, no, Philadelphia, it's been a great 5 years in the city, and there's a lot going on. So definitely needed lab services side of the business as you see all these buildings growing.
That's right.
I think the last question we have for you is, I know it's been only, a month or two that you've been part of CIC, but what has been beneficial and why did you pick CIC?
Oh my God, CIC is, I've been a CIC member longer than that, through Boston. And then it's beautiful to have this diverse group of people that has a different, I love how they kind of nurture those small biotech companies and bring the really good resources to them, because that's what we are all care about, like bringing the good resources to our clients as well too. So we kind of aligned with that mission. I see that nice Zeiss microscopy room, for instance, in there, and it's just like thermal supply centers and stuff like that. That is helping a lot of operational headaches, and then the scientists can focus on science and they don't have to think about operational problems.
I know that was the last question, but for CIC, how long have you been part of the CIC community, and which community in Boston have you been part of?
Right. We were at the CIC main building at Cambridge, and then I was a client at the office site, and I really enjoyed my office time there. It was like feeling like a home there, so it was really
awesome. Well, Demet, thank you for joining us today. Thank you to CIC and U-City Square for sponsoring this incredible event. Thank you to Persephone Biopartners for sponsoring these interviews. I'm Brian Kennedy, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.